So as you wake up for the second day, you find Lucien, Bobby, kind of like glance on the what it called the diary that you found, or should I say, like not you, but like Cable found that is mentioned about one of your people um in your village, which is like Paith Mouth. I don't know why I pronounced that like that, but the point is your village. You find her like reading it and kind of like paying attention to it and kind of like being very careful with it, but you do see her paying attention to that book specifically quite a bit. Um, and she kind of like move her eyes to you. She kind of like looks at you and like you all look around, and she kind of like ask you to like, are you not interested in to know who that is? That like maybe is mentioned in this book, or the person that is from your village.
Nope, not at all.
Really? Roll for me an not a wisdom save, a wisdom check.
Wisdom check?
Yes. Okay. So she kind of mentioned the name of the person, which is like Alicer Pernax. And it kind of like it doesn't really sound like a close person, but you did hear about that person around town, and you did heard that he kind of like was an adventurer around the town. There's like, or at least like a traveler around the world, and she kind of like, did you heard of that person? Kind of like that's what she asked you.
Nope.
Wow, you really don't let me to build any story for you at all.
Well, I left my village to make my own story. I just thought everything there was boring, so I never paid attention to
Well, I'm pretty sure you find this a lot more interesting than you think, she said to you, and she kind of like handed to you the diary, and she said, give it a try, you might find something actually interesting here. If you don't want it, you could return it back, but give it at least a try. It might actually spark your imagination.
Reading material.
No, she said, it might actually... No. You said that you want to build your own story, or create your own story. This guy did the same. I don't know where it got him to, but he did mention something around being around. Some of his material is still, readable. I didn't really get to the part why he ended up here, but some of the things that you can read there maybe can be very interesting for you. Maybe you can find actually something useful to maybe go search for to expand on your own story, she says. Kind of like hand you the book and just walks away.
I've always summer.
I don't know why I'm hearing you kind of like a little bit cut down. I don't know why for me. Few moments old.
Am I still good on to the other people?
That's fine. She gave you a homework assignment to read that book or diary. And she will test you on it.
Well, I guess I'll do it last day like I always do.
You so much do remind me of myself when I'm doing that. That's that for that. And then you see also Mendel and Jeff kind of like walking around. At least Gorgnak and Cable do that. Your necklace, Cable, doesn't emit any pink light anymore. It's just pinkish. It just became dyed with a little bit more pink rather than like sparking. And you see like Mendel and Jeff kind of like around, and Jeff specifically like kind of like he doesn't really do anything, but he kind of like land for a few seconds on your new amulet, kind of like trying to do something in it, and then just like gets bored and just goes away. or something. You don't really understand because it's not really a living beetle. It's more like a steel beetle, but just kind of like he trying to nimble on it or do something with it and just walks. Or should I say flies away. And is there anything specifically you wish to do for the morning before you're preparing to, set up for the next ship and scavenge some new resources? Any of you. Gorgnak, K-Bulge, and Bobby. If Gorgnak is still awake.
Could I? It'll like very vigorously, like really, like very.
Okay. Repeat that because I didn't really hear it 100%.
I just want to vigorously.
Why can I not hear you 100%? Ow. Just give me a second. I don't know. It's weird.
He said he was going to pet the duck.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Wait. You have to acknowledge that I said vigorously. Like
no, I'm not
really,
doing that.
No,
freaking weird.
No, tell him.
Anyway.
No, it needs to be vigorous.
Don't make it weird.
It's not gonna be weird. It's just gonna be funny.
Okay, fine. Sure. You pet the duck. That's fine. Moving on.
I pet the duck with strength. Strength.
Oh, good. You want to crush him. Moving on.
No.
Anyway, you pass your day. Or at least the
Grognik wants to do one thing with Mendel.
Okay.
He takes out the stick.
Okay.
Mendel, we didn't get the manual for this. Is it time yet?
You just waddle off and kind of like you get from him that it's not the time yet.
Oh.
No, it's not. Do your freaking job, you lazy
Thank you.
He will remind you later when the time will comes. I'm pretty sure overall in time you've been like around from out of home like almost like 2 weeks, like almost 3 weeks, I guess overall. Maybe I'm over exaggerating it. I think it's 2 weeks out of home, and it wasn't really that much. So it's fine. So are you prepared for the next ship to take it down? Or at least search it? Or is there anything else you wish to do?
Okay, which ship are we going to now?
Okay, that's probably going to be it right now. You're going to essentially all 5 of you this time. Are you going to leave anybody to guard the cart, or you're just going to carry it with you to that ship to just leave it there and then like go over it and then leave someone outside? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to do, because it's a little bit of a walk.
Can I just guard the cart? I'll be the cart guard.
No. You 3 don't get to be the cart guards. So you're taking the cart with you until you reach something that is very, very strange compared to a ship. It's not really a ship anymore. Like from the full ship, it's kind of like... it actually looks different compared to all the ships. It's actually almost full being a ship completely. It does have some holes from here and there, but it does look the most intact compared to all the other ships. As you park on your cart, or again, I forgot the name for it. Not a cart. What's the other name for it? Carriage. I don't want to know. I'm always mixing the two together. You park your carriage, and do you leave Hystelia or Lucien to guard the carriage, or you don't really care? That's my question.
Hystelia, if you could be so kind.
Let's let Lucien guard.
I think Hystelia is the better choice, or at least you decide who is the better choice. because you do need to remember that Lucienne is a council member. She's still more powerful.
Bobby, could you please also take note, not only due to the
Also,
status.
Estelia is kind of like better to sit on the ground. I'm just going to say that's for the future because she's a centaur. She doesn't really like to walk on things like this and or on stairs, so she doesn't really like this anyway.
So she shouldn't be a guard, a woman of her status.
Well, first off, you should probably be calling her by her actual name. A little bit of a hypocrite there, can't I say? But on your other points, you are correct.
So you leave Hystelia as your guard for the carriage, which also makes sense. Like I mentioned, she doesn't really like these kind of things anyway. And then you go on the ship, and we're going to open up this map because it's actually kind of important. See Daisy, she's not supposed to be here. I just left her here just in case that what you will decide to leave as your guard or not. So she will be there. But you do hear some mumbles going on from the continuation of the ship, actually. And you can roll, I think, perception to know if you hear something. Or start like stealthing around if you want to without being found out. So you have two options, either stealthing or perception.
Meh, it's probably the wind.
You do hear some mumbles, though. Oh, you did roll. I didn't see that. I don't know why I kind of like mentioned it. Yeah, for Gorgonak, it's probably the wind. What languages do you know, Cabled?
Common and Draconic.
You don't know anything else? I'm pretty sure you know another one. Maybe I didn't really add it. That's fine.
I don't think so.
It's fine. It's fine. You do hear some weird grins or kind of like sounds. Kind of like a weird grins of like growls and stuff. That's what it sounds to you, but it's more of like it does sound like kind of like a base language structure. You just don't really understand it.
It's not Elvish or Orcish?
It is Orcish. You do hear that, then.
Okay.
It is Orcish. You do hear some voices in Orcish, kind of like cut off from words. They're kind of like mentioning, from what you could understand, like they're talking to a figure that is not an orc, and they're essentially helping him with something. Like you don't really hear what, but you do hear them talk about it, and like talk about a ritual of sort, and summoning power, divine power. That's what you hear.
Well, crap, we may have some other case of what happened all the way in Chapter 1.
You might have. That's up to you. You're able to deal with it or not. But this time it's like, it sounds from what you hear that they don't really looking for a sacrifice, they're just looking for, making a deal of sort with that creature. Which you don't really know who that is yet. Like, they do mention another person that's with them. Which does sound a little bit more different than orcish, like orcs themselves. It's like less low voice. It's more of like a high voice. Yeah. Sorry. Continue on.
Well, guys, I'm hearing them speaking some Orcish, so we may be able to assume there could be some orcs or something that can speak it.
Are you going to continue going on to try to scour around, or you're going to just listen to it? Like, are you going to kind of like try to stealth your way around?
Can I just investigate real quick? Just see if there's anything like immediately, I can just immediately get something off the ship.
Not really at the moment that you can see. Like, you do have some boxes here, but you know that you cannot scavenge them right now with, like, if they will hear you.
Okay. I'll start stealthing around.
That's a 10.
It's not very stealthy.
Don't hear you for some reason, so you could move a little bit. Move yourself like about, like, to a little bit of position that you want to.
How many feet?
I guess 15. About 15 to 20 feet that you can move yourself where you want to.
There you go.
They don't hear you yet, and the sounds do get stronger, though.
Alright, let me try to stealth some more distance.
What about the rest of the crew? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna yell really loudly.
Do you hear one of them just saying, "Is someone there?" Kind of like you do hear that once you're kind of like, just like, okay, just let me get back to Bobby real quick. So once you're stealthing around and kind of like finding yourself behind this wall, you do unfortunately stumble on like a little bit of crack in the ground, and you make a noise, and you do hear like somebody just like mentioning if someone there, and it's like, the most common thing to say, but they're orcs, so they don't really care. And you do see some.
You should respond.
Come on. And you do see like two orcs kind of like coming from each front, right here. What are you guys doing about that? You do have a few moments that you can do something before they will see you, just like spot all of you.
Could I shoot them with my crossbow?
You don't know what stealth is, don't you? Yes, Bobby is kind of
okay, wait, hold on. This is probably very dumb.
But
so I can understand Orcish. Can I speak Orcish to some degree?
Yes, you can.
Can I just say, "Oh, don't worry, it's just one of you guys. Don't worry." You know what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Would that be like a performance or persuasion type of deal?
Persuasion.
All right.
Oh my god, you're so lucky they rolled in that one. And you're just here. Okay. They're just going back. Oh my god, you save it with stupidity. What are you guys doing? Gorgnak, Cabled, what are you doing? Gorgnak, are you here with us? Spiritually, can you hear us?
I moved to Cable.
Okay. And? No.
Use them.
Those are what?
What?
Grenade.
Grenades, right. I gave you each one of you grenades.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, the grenades. Grenades. And I walk to Lucina and ask her how she's doing.
Sure. And she kind of like looks at you. I'm right behind you and is like, why do you keep calling me Lucy? And why the heck does that matter right now?
No, it's not Lucy, it's Lucina.
Lucienne. But okay. Oh. Anyway. It does say that my connection with the Roll20 is interrupted. So Oh, it's not. Okay, I don't know why it says it's interrupted. But anyway, she kind of like moves around, kind of like closer to Bobby, kind of like that, kind of like trying to move around. But she doesn't really like walks. She more of like glides, I guess, on like the air, very slowly to him. What are you two idiots doing?
I am not hearing
Yeah, me
Deal
neither.
now.
What?
Okay, everything's fine.
You're not hearing me? What did you say? I kind of like didn't really.
Oh,
We
it's
can
back
hear you
now.
now.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know what happened, but Lucienne kind of like said that she kind of like slides. She slides toward Bobby, right? And she kind of like asking you to, what are you going to do? Pretty much. Because she can do something, but she'd rather you guys do it like first before she strike with so much power and stuff like that, or like less stealthily. You want to do something stealthy.
I'm going to whisper. What do you suggest?
Well, if we can get more stealthily to see rather than just attack before, I think it's more important. And we already have kind of like the element of surprise anyway. So at least one of us should do that, and then the others will have element of surprise in a way, even though they all know that there's at least one of us here. So, what are you suggesting? Be looking at the two of you, which I'm pretty sure you're already moving toward the west anyway.
Oh, they don't have to sneak.
Why are we hiding?
Oh no, they didn't sneak that much close to you. Plus, yes. Shut up.
Okay.
Um,
Why
Alright,
are we
I'm going to-
whispering?
orcs.
Shut up. Just shut up.
But that
Let
was
me
just the
handle this,
wind.
goddammit. Orcs must die. I'm going to sneak up once more so I can listen in.
Okay.
So I'm going by
That's
stealth.
a 19. Choose the side that you're going to slide in, because this is a fence. But choose where you want to slide your character to.
Like this stairwell? That would be good, right?
They're
No, you should do
oblivious
the
to you.
other one.
They are oblivious to you for the moment. Right now,
Alright, now I'm just going to listen in again.
you see what looks to be another kind of like orcaster from like last time you kind of like know what that is. And he talks with this kind of like, it doesn't look like a human with an armor, it just looks like a like a like an amalgamation of like, a golem of sort, but it's not exactly a golem. And it doesn't really follow the describing of an angel yet, so it's not really exactly an angel. It's like it might actually just be just a human with a very very heavy armor, but you don't really see human features yet. And it does have kind of wings, but it's more of like artificial wings than anything else. Like from what you see, you don't really see any marks or anything because you're way too much far away, but you do see this basic silhouette, kind of like a very very adorned, like you think it's like a full suit of armor, you're not really 100% sure, but you do see that it's more for like artificial wings rather than like actual wings like the actual angels should have. So you're not worried that it's an angel, but it is someone that maybe you worship them or something like that, so you do worry about that. And for some reason he used orcs, or it used orcs. You don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but you know that. Actually, from the voice, you kind of like, yeah, from the voice, you cannot know. Like, for some reason, it doesn't sound womanish, and it doesn't sound manish. It's kind of like sound in the middle. So, there's cases like that actually in real life, so I don't know why. Ask myself for a second. Anyway, he does, like, you don't really know what to make of it, and you mostly understand that, like, the base idea is it's like there's a ritual that you want to do, and she kind of like want them to gather some resources that are not really understandable to you what they are. Because they're more like divine-related stuff, which is more related to Gordnak.
Alright, does it sound like they're going to go inner deck, or are they going to more likely shoot out and start, like, wandering towards us?
It sounds like they're mostly not going to be pay attention to you, like the caster and him, or the ones that are doing things. They're more like going to search around the caves below the ship, because there are some holes there, and essentially, like, there may be like even like you hear like there may be even mentions of like a maze of sort, and they're going to kind of like use that place to work undisturbed. Pretty much, that's what you hear from them. But mostly the other orcs are just here just for protection, and Lucienne kind of like flies here on top of the sail. Kind of like behind the sail, kind of like fly to the top of it. Sit in the crow's nest for the moment. What about Gorgnak and Cable? What are you guys doing? Well, this is
Can I
yes,
like kind of like signal Grognak over to me?
you can.
Okay, I'm signaling
Wait,
Grognak.
why not me?
Because
You're
that's what you
dumb.
chose. Gorgnak,
What do you want? And can we
check.
blow them up?
Roll a stealth check first.
Gorgnak, rock, paper, scissors for it.
No, we're not rock, paper, scissoring. I called Grognak.
Stealth check.
I already like told you to stop.
That will pass. Okay.
What do you want? And what do you want? And when can we blow them up?
Yes, I have an idea of a offense strategy. So there's a big sail. If we could grenade one side, we'll have it fall to the other side, crush some of the enemies, and we can synchronize it. So I throw a grenade towards the big boss guy and try blow him up.
You are aware that Lucienne is in the top of the sail right now, so you do need her to get out off of the sail for the moment. But she is on top of it for now.
Okay, I'm going to signal to her.
You know what? I have a different plan. We throw the grenades on them, so we get as many orcs as we can with the explosions, and Lucy will just blow and kill them with fire from above.
That's an option.
Well, first off, I don't want Cable trying to get close to go and throw a grenade, because he's an idiot and he will get us, caught quite easily.
How many grenades they gave you? I gave you one for each one, right?
Yes, one for each on.
Yes.
So we'll save Cable in this situation. He will still have a grenade for later on. You can throw a grenade
I think
towards where the ship's sail is, where the big, thing that'll pull, and I'll throw it towards the big boss guy. And we'll save
I think
Cables
it'd
for
be
later.
better. I think it'd be better if we use mine now, because the bigger explosion, the better.
You're not
But
in this
you're not
conversation.
in this conversation, and you're not close to them to actually talk. Like, they're talking in silence, unless of course you're trying to get to them.
In that case,
If you want to join the cool kid club,
Stealth.
Ah, jeez, he's
Oh,
going
okay,
to get
stealth.
killed. He's going to ruin the whole thing. He's going to roll in that one.
Actually, he passed
No.
it.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys. I think we should use all the grenades.
No, save
so
one grenade.
so guys, look. We just throw our grenades to the center where the orcs are grouped up. You can Bobby throw the grenade at the boss. I don't care. And then we have Lucy just cast some fireballish doohickey, so she can burn them alive.
Okay.
Hey, what if I go with Lucy and start shooting my crossbow?
The crossbow doesn't hit that many people. It will call us out immediately.
I'll do it after you guys throw the grenades, like just in case anyone escapes, I could snipe them.
Why not just throw your whatever that is, Eldritch Blast or something?
I could do
Eldritch
that
Blast
also.
only hits one person.
What about Hex? Maybe I could use Hex.
That only hits one
That can
person.
work.
Yeah, that still only hits one target. So,
Wait,
Bobby,
hold
but
up.
think about it this way. We can hex a guy, throw grenades at him, then if he dies, the hex will go on the other guy.
Yeah, it bounces.
Right, so if he dies from that... Okay, so what is your plan? What are you guys going to do?
Hold up.
I need
I'm
to-
also... One more thing. I have this shield ability, and I can go in and blind people.
Right. Also, your sword is maxed out in terms of, like, ability as well. You haven't...
So we first blind them, then throw grenades, hex them,
Oh, no,
and Lucy
each one of you
will
get
burn them to the
one
ground.
free action. Each one of you get one action. Or at least one, like, one overall action that you must execute before the round starts. Like, we start with actual initiative. So, what each one
Okay.
of you are doing, just give me...
I suggest Cable stay far back. You'll kind of be back up, kind of as if you proposed to little, like, snipe people who try to escape.
Or,
No, I don't think many will
take-
try to
or
escape.
guard your rear, okay?
Grognak, if you want to go and bomb them with your grenade,
Did I
that's fair play.
Did I specify that your shield is a bonus action? Like, the blinding shield is a bonus. I think it's specified. If I didn't, it's supposed to be a bonus action.
What is it says? Other shield. A shield with this ability flashes brilliant light up to twice per day once on the command of wielder. Except for the wielder, anyone within 20 feet must take a successful DC 14 dex save or be blocked. That's all the information I have on it.
So basically, I forgot to mention that it's a bonus action. So one command pretty much means bonus action. Anyway. So, what are you...
So
Cable stays in the rear. Okay.
So
Yeah, is this a good spot, or would it be went with Lucina?
Yeah, but you Lucina is on top of the sail. You're going to kind of like throw a Eldritch Blast, I guess, on the enemies, right?
So I'll be running towards here to go and blind as many people as I can. Because if I'm right here, I blind this person, this person, this person, this person, not this person, and I don't get the... Oh, I can get him, not him.
How much feet I mentioned? I think I mentioned way too much.
You said 20.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it's like... Yeah, I think I made... It's fine. You know what, that's fine. It's not that high of a DC.
For now, we'll nerf.
No, it's fine. It should be strong for like for the earlier levels, at the very least.
Alright. Which one should I Eldritch Blast, or should I use Hex?
Whatever you want to. I think Hex is
You can go
action, so you can go
opposite
Hex
side.
and Eldritch Blast, I believe.
Oh yeah, I'll
You can
do
opposite
that.
side go and hit him who's not in my range.
Okay.
Which guy? This
You
can I
can
hit
go-
this guy?
You can. I think like press Hex for a second.
Just go and hit this guy, honestly.
Like Hex can bounce. You
Alright.
should probably focus on the small guys first, and then just move the Hex around. Because Hex only just giving you bonuses for stuff, so
See what Hex does.
within range.
Okay, so I think that we should hex one of blinded.
I think like one
So-
of these guys, and then just let it bounce around once.
So that he has disadvantage. So that he has disadvantage against getting blinded.
Right. That's actually kind of smart. Yes. So what is the ability save for your shield?
From what he read, I think it was Dex.
DC 14 dex save.
Oh, Dex. Okay, so it's Dex. So you need to choose Dex for your ability for this one, and you choose one target. So first and foremost, let's start this in motion. Cabled, who are you going to hex from the targets that like are going to be hit by Bobby?
I think you guys want me to hit this one, right?
Or this one. It doesn't matter.
Whichever of those 5 in the center.
Okay.
The one that Bobby can blind. Whichever is okay.
I'll go for that one.
Okay, so I already put the counter on him. Okay, so you do that. Now let's move on into Bobby. Like, you're going to throw Eldritch Blast later, but now we'll move on to just like move things along. Now we'll move on to Bobby's action, who's kind of like Cummings here, right?
Right here.
Okay, now we're going to use your shield ability, which is supposed to hit this guy, this guy.
Shield reflect.
Okay, I don't know why it works for me. This guy.
Yeah, Lily.
Essentially all these 5, right?
All of them should get hit by it.
Okay, so as you charge in, let's see who gets hit. So essentially, the only one that didn't get hit is this guy. So he's the only one that doesn't really have this effect. So I'm going to put this counter on him. Actually, no. Yeah, sure. Let's put this counter on him. So what's Bobby is going to do now as he did this shield? Are you going to attack the closest target immediately?
Yes.
Okay, so sure. Just roll your attack. That unfortunately will miss, unless of course you want to boost your weapon with your ability. Because it's still orcs, by the way. Their AC is not supposed to be high, but the point is, are you going to do that?
Aren't I supposed to do that before I click to attack?
Yeah.
I'm playing by the rules. I'll just take the miss.
Okay. Now, as you kind of like charge in, you blind 4 targets as they're really surprised, all of them. However, you're not able to hit your target because he just stumbled out of the out of the target range immediately. Then what do we have next is the what are they called? Cabled. Cabled. Who are you going to hit with Eldritch Blast?
Okay, would it be strategical if I hit this guy or no?
No, get the small guys off.
Get the small fries.
Maybe
that's what you want.
Get
this
the one
guy didn't get blinded, so maybe it'd be better if I get him.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's the guy that did get blinded. The guy that didn't get blinded is this guy. The one with the
he was out of range.
But the guy at the top was outside of range.
Yeah, he was outside of range.
Yeah, he was 25 feet, so he wasn't blinded either.
So if you want to hit that guy, that's fine. That's also fine. So
yeah, I'll hit that guy.
Roll your attack.
Okay.
Roll
it's a D10, right?
D20. No, D20 plus 6 to see if you hit first.
Alright, D20. Okay, that's 23.
That will hit.
And then now the D10.
Yes. Plus 4, but yes. It will be 11 damage. What is going
Grognak is taking his grenade and he's trying to throw it over here.
Where is here? Oh, in the middle of the group?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't give us the stats of the grenade, so I'm expecting something, at the very least.
Fine for all of the orcs for the moment. Damage. It's taking me for a second. Gordon. As for the damage itself, didn't they give you damage for the grenade? I forgot if that's so. So D&D.
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, I forgot
I don't
that.
think
So just give me a second to pull it up. I do remember. I forgot to give you that. So give me a second. Okay. Holy hell. So essentially, this is supposed to deal, this is not supposed to be like super strong grenade, but like, the original grenade is dealing 5d6 damage or something crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to not do that. Anyway, we're going to make this instead into a 3d6. I think that's a little bit more reasonable, I think, than 5d6 for a grenade. Unless, of course, you want to get the 5d6.
No, 3d6 is fine. Also,
Roll your damage
technically, it's a homemade grenade. Shouldn't I roll something to throw it, or?
Well, you don't need to roll anything for that.
Yeah, okay. So 3d6, right?
Okay, so 3d6, right? So that will be 12
That's a big number.
Will be 12 damage. Which one, what do you call it? Which character K-Bolt hit, just to remind me?
The one next to...
The one that didn't get hit, this one?
With his Eldritch Blast?
I hit that guy.
The one at the top, yes.
So, this guy takes full damage, this guy takes full damage, this guy takes full damage, so again, the guy with this dot take half damage, so he takes... The rest of them take...
Also, how does blind work?
Good question. You're going to see. Blind is an interesting mechanic. Also, for how much time the blind need to be is for one turn, right?
1d4 turns.
Okay, so you needed
didn't
to
specify.
roll that. You did need to roll that.
Alright. 3 turns
Wow.
for the affected parties.
Yep. Which is technically only one guy. So he's out for
Are the
3
rest
turns.
of them dead?
That's still not bad, yeah.
No, the guy with the dot is unaffected.
Okay, and now it's Lucienne's turn, and what she's going to do is she's going to essentially fly off the... Or should I say, not really fly, but she kind of like lands in the middle of these guys. So first things that she does...
Please tell me she did a superhero line.
No, she didn't do a hero land. She kind of essentially, first off, what she does is, she essentially, you hear a crackling roar from the sky, and you see, a lightning strike in the middle of the the pillar. I forgot the name of that thing. The crow nest, hitting the crow nest, and then you see just, a line of lightning just forms right from, where it hit, from her hand, just in this lineup. This is the line that what she did. She just sent it like that. Okay? That's what she did. And then every character in that line need to make a dexterity save. One didn't make it. One made it. one, which is this guy, did make it. So, essentially, they're going to take all of them. How much damage is that? That's actually kind of insane damage. Hold up. Oh god, this is insane. That's the damage. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So basically, this guy and this guy are dead. Basically. Just from her attack, these two guys are dead, and she kind of like lands with her levitate ability in the middle. Yes, sure, you could say it's overpowered, but she's a council member. She doesn't mess around when it comes to stuff. So she kind of like lands right here in the middle for her turn. She kills one of the basically, and damage this guy as well, and this guy. Very bad. Anyway, now we're rolling initiative finally. So yeah, this attack is like absolutely insane. It shows you that casters in like level 3 spells, they're just absolutely ridiculous, right? That's where
kind of.
Yes, especially sorcerers are absolutely ridiculous.
Well,
Gordon. Wow, one again. A-Bolt?
Yeah.
A-Bolt.
I need to roll it.
Yes,
But-
you didn't. Oh. And you are 15, and then this guy is... So first things first, as the round starts, this guy is right here, or this figure right here, which you kind of like getting a little bit more of a better look on him. Essentially, just like, it doesn't really, like I said again, he doesn't look like a male or a female, which kind of like looks like a creature adored in armor. You do see a little bit of him being humanoid, so it's not like an actual angel. So you do see a little bit of like the human flesh, or like, you know, humanoid flesh kind of like going out. Like you do see it's like a humanoid figure. Like I said, the wings on his back are, or its back are artificial. And essentially he kind of like, it kind of like looks at you, doesn't say a word. You also see the sign of the previous angel thing that you find on Jonas, kind of like on his, or its, you know, in the middle of his armor, or its armor, and he immediately runs away on his action, because this is the minute he's like immediately go into the bottom of the ship, pretty much, before you even get to say anything. Yep, that's what he does for his turn. Now it's fighter's turn, and the only orc fighter that actually can do anything is this guy, because blindness and deafness says the following thing. You pretty much, as a status, it's pretty much does a very, very nasty thing that you cannot, just give me a second. I just didn't really pull that off yet. Conditions. So let me read to you what blind does. Blind. A blind creature cannot see, automatically fails any ability check that require insight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and creature's attacks rolls have disadvantage. So essentially, you did supposed to hit him previous, but I forgot about that. So sorry. Bobby, you could roll.
Do you want me to roll damage
Yeah,
now?
you could roll damage. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's kind of like made me kind of like kind of confused. So this guy's one less creature to worry about. So there is only one orc fighter, and the only target he sees is this girl right here, and he attacks her. Let me roll that here just to show to you. Yes. That is rolling a die. Oh, actually, I rolled a 1 plus 3. That will be 4 points of damage for her. That's not a whole lot. But he does stand here and he kind of like, also, yeah, that's pretty much for his turn for the orc fighters. And now it's Cable turn. Cable, what are you going to do? You still have your hex on a person, creature, but you don't really have anything to do with that hex anyway, because that creature is blinded. What are you going to do right now? You do have your movements, you do have everything you can do. What are you going to choose to do? On your turn.
Okay, could I go to this guy and use my sword?
It's probably too far.
I need to see that, because this is a fence, my dude. This here is a fence. So
Yes.
So going immediately to him is going to be a little bit more difficult. Here is 15 feet. We can move you here. And then maybe you can get to... This is your max movement. Like here is will be your max movement.
You can get your hex guy.
You get your hex guy, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll just...
You moving here? Are you...
Yeah, sure.
Then move there. Move yourself. The spot.
Okay.
Up until you can deal... You deal an extra d6 necrotic damage to target wherever you hit it with an attack. Okay. So
oh no.
Yeah.
It's advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage, and you get an additional. You get additional damage on this guy, so don't really worry about it.
Roll the damage for it. There you go.
Roll the damage. Press on your sword damage.
Yep.
There you go. I see it. 14.
Yeah, press on that great
isn't it?
sword. Okay, that's an 8 plus. I'm pretty sure. Also roll 1d6.
Okay.
That will kill it. That will kill that guy.
So the hex bounces around, right?
Yeah, you can choose which creature you want to move it to.
Alright, let's see. Should we go for this guy? Or...
Just
highlight the point.
Highlight the guy that you want.
Yes.
You wanted this guy? Okay, sure.
That guy?
Sure. Moves to that guy. For next turn, are you going to be back? I mean, it's not exactly 20 feet. Oh, you're trying to cast
you have
a spell.
to use the stairway.
Yep. Are you going to cast a spell or something? That's what you're trying to do?
I'm thinking.
Okay. You're allowed to do that.
Okay, where is the fence exactly?
Fence
In the
is
middle?
Like right here.
this place, like between the staircases, like all of this is the fence.
You have to
Okay.
move up this. Say. I think you can get to the center of where everyone else is.
Yeah, should get to the center, no problem. Because this guy's dead, you can triple over his body and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yes, I'll go over here.
Okay.
And I think this is a person I can try and smash with my warhammer.
I'm surprised that you didn't get angry at with your rage and everything, but okay.
There was no reason for me to get angry.
What if I smack you upside the head?
I could get angry at Bobby for not going with my plan in the first place, but we did everything turning out.
Or hurt your friends and stuff like that. Okay, I get it.
What could I like steal your beer or something? Would that make you upset?
Absolutely.
We're not trying to get him in a rage.
That will unfortunately miss. However, is there another thing you wish to do? No, it's not the blinded
Hold
guy.
up.
It's not the blinded guy. Oh, wait,
Is he blinded?
It's one of the blinded guys. You're correct.
Yeah, it's only Blue who isn't blinded.
You are correct,
So
sir.
advantage, making it 16.
Yes, that will hit. Sorry, I mistook that. That will be 9 damage.
He's the only person who's blinded because we killed the rest of them.
Yep. Pretty much
Yeah.
that. Is there anything else you wish to do, my good sir?
No, not really.
Okay, so we ended up with Gordnak. Now it's turn for this guy. Right here. He's a little bit pissed on you guys, and he essentially trying to cast a spell. But your good resident, sorceress just like says no and negate it. Pretty much. Just says no. It was like you see, like kind of like lightning was supposed to hit Gorgnak and stuff like that, but you just like hear like a weird sound of like "Toom," and then it's like the spell just like dissipates. It's like she says no. And she used a reaction of counterspell, which is one of my favorite reactions to do. So she just kind of like destroy the spell and cancel it out. But he is going to do another thing. He is going to cast another cantrip at Gorgnak. What is Gorgnak AC? I forgot. Gorgnak. Oh. Anybody else can hear me?
Jack, buddy.
He passed out.
I think he passed out.
Gargnak. That's why you should have beat drinking all that frickin'.
Jacollo,
You know.
are you awake with us, or you're asleep? He's beat from a long day. Yes. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's say it does hit. It doesn't really matter for the most part. Now it's the turn. It didn't black out again. Green. Now it's the turn of Lucienne, and she's not really happy getting hit. Earlier.
Wait, hold up. I haven't even got to attack.
Waifu power.
Not your turn yet. You're the next one. I think.
Oh,
Wait. Yeah, you're next.
does Lucienne attack that late? I thought she already attacked super quickly in the turn order.
Attacked, with your attack of opportunity with all of you. So that's her turn in the round.
Okay.
Right now.
I didn't know she was that slow. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
She rolled really, really low. She rolled like a 2.
Hey, squad up.
Squat up indeed. Okay, so she takes out her staff out of her back, like her staff, like backpack or whatever, and she like just smash the closest person in the face, which should be this guy. Actually, yeah, it should be actually this guy because he hit her. Squat him in the face, and that will be a hit. And she's going to deal to him, I think, enough damage to kill him. Yeah, that will kill him. Last orc. So, K-Bolt, you can move the Hex next turn to someone else, basically. So after she does with her turn, now it's Bobby's turn.
Alright, you know how it is. Oh, I'm not on that mode. There we go. I'm going to use... We'll use 2 points towards the attack to make sure it hits.
What? Again?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
So which guy do you hit? You hit this guy? Well, he should be blinded, so you do have...
The archer right in front of me.
Yeah, so you do have an advantage. Roll damage.
Do I get advantage with the 20, or...
Yeah, you already get advantage because of the fact of that, so you're getting, like, to deal damage. Roll your damage.
Oh, wait, so if I...
Just roll your damage. So, no, it's not plus 20, don't worry about it. It's your strength is 3, so it's 17 points of damage, and you kill him. So the point is of how that works, you roll your die twice, or you essentially double your die, and then you add your modifier. Okay?
Yep.
So, basically, you also kill. And now we're left with one archer and one caster. It's one of the turns of the archers, and he is very, very much panicking, but he is going to try to shoot at Bobby, which kind of like hit all of his friends. He will hit you for actually quite a nice chunk. He will hit you for like 10 damage. Actually, he rolled really, really high.
Oh. Crap. Yeah, I'm at like 2 now.
But you did heal from yesterday.
Heal from last night.
Yeah, you did heal from
yesterday. Did I just heal up through the sleep?
Yes, so you're supposed to just retract.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much does it for his turn, and now is the orc fighters, which are dead. Gorgnak is not where to be found, I guess, so, actually...
Why? I'm here.
Oh, you are here. What happened?
Now you are.
Yeah, we didn't have you before.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
I think you just fell asleep. It's fine. Point is, what happened? You're just like you're just like hit an orc, and he essentially just hit you back. It doesn't really matter. Actually, you know what? He didn't hit you back. But the point is, almost all of the orcs are dead here. But K-Bolt is your turn right now. Apparently, my words got through to Gorgnak, so that's fine. K-Bolt, what are you going to do? You can move your hex to somebody else.
Could I use... Oh, yeah, I'll move the hex to... I guess this guy?
Okay. And what are you going to do?
Could I use Eldritch Blast again, or no?
Yes, but you do need to move a little bit. You could move straight up, don't worry. Like, corpses don't count as anything anymore, so you could move like this.
Yes, you could stomp all over the corpses.
You can even just move like this, and just, like...
Yes.
Honestly, it's up to you. Sorry, I'm just moving you a lot around, but honestly, it's up to you.
Yes, I think I'll stay here and I'll use Eldritch Blast.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyway,
No.
roll d20 plus 6.
Okay, that's 8.
That's an 8. That will unfortunately miss. And I'm pretty sure that's done with your turn. Now it's Gorgnak's turn. Gorgnak, are you alive?
Okay, so Bobby, how much HP you've got?
He got enough.
I have 14.
Yep. You can use your bonus
Okay.
action for that if you want to. And then what are you going to do for your action?
I look at that archer. Nobody hurts my friends! Guess what I'm going to do?
Rage?
Yep.
Again? Okay. Click on Rage.
Should have saved it, bro.
Okay, so first off, you're getting your first attack. Okay, let's see. And checks and savings on when you make it to attack. You gain bonus to damage for all that increase you care. Basically, just attack the closest character that you want to attack. Just lunge over it, pretty much. Okay, so you're going to attack this guy. That will hit. Roll damage. How much damage did you... For being rage? I think we said like something like 2. I think. So roll your damage plus 2 for now. Something I need to look out later. Okay, so that's 5. And that... Apparently.
What?
Now, yes, that's enough. He did take a lot of damage. And now you are kind of like looking at the orc caster from the other side.
Die!
Roll for damage again. To attack.
I'm going for a backhand with my warhammer.
Okay. That will also hit, because he is a caster. He doesn't really have a lot of defense. As you just flip your hammer backhand, and you are going to attack him, right? Deal damage.
Of course.
Will be a 12. Because Lucien just hit him for 31 points of damage before, so she basically practically almost killed him, and he died. And that's pretty much the end of this encounter. Yep.
Yes.
Killed everyone.
And Grognek runs downstairs.
And Bobby starts scavenging bodies.
Oh, once you run
But Cable also
downstairs-
runs downstairs.
Okay.
Grognek doesn't care about anything, he just runs downstairs. He knows there's a guy there.
So, actually, as
Let's-
you run
Let's kill them
downstairs-
together.
As you run all
So
of you downstairs...
at this point, sorry that I'm cutting
yeah,
in,
that's fine.
but Grognek is running downstairs. So at this point, he's out of this picture. So you can just scavenge, do whatever. I'm just running after the
Yeah,
guy.
we're not going to do the scavenge, actually, because this is a lot more important, because I want to also finish the session, because I think we're getting there. Don't worry. Point is that as you run out of this, actually the ship is starting to sink down, because apparently the guy that ran out of there just made a hole in the ship itself, as like he burst out of it, or the creature, whatever it is. And you find him, essentially, kind of like, you don't find him in the bottom of the ship, but you do find kind of like a crater in the ground, as like, you kind of like, not in the ground, but kind of like in the sea, you kind of like find a whirling, like, it's not exactly a whirlpool, it's more of exactly kind of like, kind of an open gate of water that is like is about to close down, and like Estella is around there as well. Like she does see that, and you guys are kind of like getting off the ship immediately to that place because you don't want to drown. with the ship itself, but as it like I said, sink down, you do see this kind of like a water gate kind of like opened up in the ocean, or should I say like in the seafloor, I guess, kind of like open up kind of like a weird into the depth of like the lake, pretty much. It's kind of like open up like a weird crate inside the lake, which does look like it's leading somewhere, and it does close down by the second. So what are you
I'm
going to
going.
do?
I'm going.
Who is going with him? Are you all going?
Me.
I'll be jumping in with tears in my eyes since I didn't get to
I'm asking this again. Are you going to take everyone, or you're going to also leave Hystelia out again to just guard the stuff because you want to guard the stuff, or you think it's important enough to take everyone and you think she can carry everything with her? Because she can if you help her. But you think it's important to take her?
Stay behind.
What?
We can let her stay behind.
Grognak at this point doesn't care. He wants to catch that guy and do stuff
I don't
to
think
him.
she will still behind if you don't tell her, so she kind of like leads you with you in. So she kind of like get with you. If none of you are telling her, she will.
Tell her to stay. I'll tell her to stay. Grognak's still in rage, so he can't really voice his opinion.
You want her
anyway.
to stay with the items, or you want her to bring with you the items and also give you additional firepower?
Keep the items and stay.
Sit. Stay. Stay.
If you say it like that, she will. I will make her come on automatically.
That's discriminatory.
That's not okay.
Shut up, dragon. Barney, look away.
Anyway, she's actually is not going to stay. Instead, she's going to take the things back and says that she's going to bring people with her back because there's no reason for her to stay, pretty much. It's like
Bad girl.
Shut up. She kind of like, you kind of like tell her that it's more important, Bobby, like, in conversation, let's end it like that Bobby told her that it's more important to like, guard for him to guard the item, and you're going after Gordnak, and because you don't want her, she said that it's the best thing to do to take the things back and maybe bring out reinforcement to help you once you'll break out of there, or to find you guys, rather than she stays behind, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what she does, as you see her kind of like wrapping herself with the carriage and all that stuff, and she kind of like start moving around very, very fastly back to the Ipernod. And you guys enter a new place for next time. I do need to delete Hystelia from here again, because of the fact that she's not supposed to be here again. But this is where you enter. You find yourself after the crater and like the hole in the ground in this particular maze, or at least an entrance to what looks like a maze. And I think that's a great place to end the session, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hope everyone that watched ever enjoyed. We have some technical difficulties because apparently our net connections kind of suck sometimes, but hope you enjoyed regardless. We're going to continue on Chapter 10. I'm not sure if it's going to be the final part of the arc, because I think I have at least 1 or 2 chapters in beside it, but we'll see, depending on how fast you're going to deal with it, because with this part, you actually dealt really, really fastly. I actually thought you were going to do all of this chapter so much slower, but apparently you were able to take care of it fast, so I'm very, very happy about that.
Good rolls and strategizing.
Yes.
And grenades.
We should probably try to, the strategism. We probably will come with a better solution for some of your strategism taking time, but I like that overall. I think that was a great idea by you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget us. I don't know why I was going with this. The point is, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time, and bye-bye.
Bye.